Welcome to the No Dress Code Pod, where we keep it real, celebrate Black excellence, and dive into the things that matter most. Tune in, vibe out, and let's get into it. Welcome to another episode of the No Dress Code Pod. I'm your favorite host, as well as your favorite hoochie, legs out, not open, breathe. And if this is your first time listening, or if you're a returning guest, then you already know what I'm going to say, because you already know how I feel about you. Thank you. Because without you, where would I be? Now, for the returning guests, you already know what I'm going to say. For the new listeners, welcome. Please let me know how your week has been. I hope that you've had an amazing week. Drop it in the comments and let me know how your week has been. Now, if you haven't been having a good week, there's nothing I could do for you in this moment, but continue to speak it over you and pray that your week going forward is amazing. Also, for any new guest, this is not our usual studio. Okay, this is not our usual spot, but our usual spot, we got guests right now, so I'm being accommodating. This ain't our usual spot. You could watch some of the previous episodes and you'll see where we be at, or come back next week and you'll see where we at. For the returning guests, y'all already know. Okay, this is not our normal spot, and we is not gonna be here forever. One episode, that's all I got in me in this spot, this space. Okay. So before I get into today's episode, I gotta update you on my week. So we didn't have an episode last week. And we didn't have an episode last week. We almost didn't have an episode this week. Honestly, I had an episode planned, and baby, my week has been it's been a roller coaster. Honestly, this episode will basically just be like the update of why we didn't have an episode last week, why we barely got one this week. Because this week's episode is not what it was supposed to be. I honestly had an episode planned for last week and an episode planned for this week, and obviously, it didn't work out that way. So with that being said, my week has had its ups and downs. Your girl was fighting this week, and I don't mean for my life. And I don't mean in the boxing ring either. Your girl has been fighting, okay, emotionally, mentally, but not like that. Emotionally, for sure. Your girl has been heartbroken this week. I'm just gonna, full disclosure, full honesty, okay? I'm trying to give y'all what I want from y'all. So your girl has been heartbroken this week. Okay. And that leads us into today's episode. With that heartbroken, girl has been crying. Okay. I'm not a big crier. If you know me personally, that's not my thing. I'm not a big crier. I don't like to show emotion. I just don't. I don't feel like it's weak, but I'm not the type of person that likes to show my emotions. And it could be a trauma response. I'm working through a lot of things. Okay, me and ChatGPT is going, we therapied in right now. So it could be a trauma response. But I've always hated to cry in front of people. Like, if I cry in front of you, baby, I'm really beyond hurt. Because that is just not something I do. And I have been crying. Okay, not misty eye cries, real snot, real just give me a day type crying. Okay. And honestly, the reason why I cry is because I had 2 episodes. So I had one that was supposed to come out last week, and I had one that was supposed to come out this week with Jesse. If you guys remember him from the previous episode, I'll insert a clip of him or something so you can reference who I'm talking about. But I had an episode with Jesse. It was going to be a Father's Day episode, and I lost the footage.
And I know that some people like that's nothing. It's all right. It's all good in the hood. But to me, it's like it's real. Like I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this show. Literally. If I'm out here crying, literally, I put my blood, sweat, and tears into this show. So for me to lose an episode, for me to not lose only one episode, for me to lose 2 unpublished episodes plus published episodes, reels, and clips and things that I've made, oh, it was heartbreaking. Um and honestly, the way I lost it was I bought a hard drive off TikTok. Off the TikTok shop. It was supposed to be 256 terabytes, right? So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I won't run out of storage for a while. I have a Mac. And if you have a Mac, then you know, like when using a Mac, you have to reformat almost damn near every hard drive you get to be compatible with Mac. So I was working on the episode that should have came out last week. So my hard drive was plugged in. I was on Premiere. Everything was saving. I went to reformat that hard drive from TikTok Shop. I reformatted the wrong one. So I lost all that footage. Um it really it just oof, it was heartbreaking to me. 100%. Like there's no ifs, ands, buts about it. That was heartbreaking. And on top of that, the damn hard drive didn't even fucking work. I plugged it into an HP to try to reformat it and get it working with Mac. The damn hard drive wasn't even fucking workable. Like when I say heartbroken, heartbroken. Like I literally cried for days. Um I cried. I told my friend I only needed 24 hours, and I did. But I took 48. I took 48 hours because when you really put your blood, sweat, and tears into something, and like it really truly is important to you, that is an unimaginable pain. Like it is undescribable the pain that I went through with that. And I mean, not everybody's gonna understand that. Not everybody's gonna recognize that pain. Not everybody's gonna resonate with that. To some people, it's just being dramatic. It's just your work. You published it. It's already out there. You just lost 2 episodes. And those are the people you don't need in your life. The ones who tell you that because it may have just been 2 unpublished episodes that I lost, but that was my work. Like, I tell people all the time, I play with a lot of things. I play with a lot of things. I do not play with my work. Like, I will cut you off when it comes to my podcast. Like, if you say you want to be a guest and I break shit down, make time for you, and day of you don't show up, I will thoroughly cut you off because now you're playing with my time. You're playing with my business. You're playing with what I'm trying to make my life out of. So you're playing with my life, and I don't like that. I wholeheartedly will cut people off for this. So here I was, empty hard drive, but full of emotion. Okay, full of fucking emotion. I tried for 72 hours damn near to recover that footage. At this point, I'm just gonna chalk it up as it's unrecoverable. I was able to get some of the files back just because somebody else had it on their phone. So I was able to get some of like the Instagram files back, but yeah, it's gone. And honestly, I was left with a choice of either sitting in the grief of it or control alt deleting that grief too. So this episode is not just about tech, obviously. It's about all the things we reset that we didn't ask for. The ones that shake your routine, the ones that erase your progress and make you start over again, whether you are ready or not. So if you've ever, I'm gonna ask you a question. Have you ever lost something you felt like you couldn't get back? In a file, a person, or shit, even your fucking self. That is what this felt like. It was not just a hard drive. It was hours of work. It was energy. It was editing. It was editing. It was my voice. It was my guest. It was the vibe. The flow. All of it is gone. No backups. No duplicate files hiding in the cloud. It was just gone. Gone. And I remember thinking, this did not just fucking happen. There is no way this shit just happened. And it was one of those moments where I really was not being reckless. I was not procrastinating. I was going to have Jesse's episode, which would have came out when you're listening to this one. This would have been Jesse's week. I would have had his episode up, ready, uploaded, and ready to go. And I was working on his episode next. Like, so I would have been ahead of weeks again. And it was, I don't want to say it was all for nothing, but it definitely cost me. It's like sometimes you do the right thing and you still end up losing. And I don't think people talk about that enough. I literally bawled my eyes out for 2 days straight. Like, don't get me wrong, I still had shit to do. So I was still showing up in the spaces that I needed to show up to. I was just showing up heartbroken and it was on my face. Like, it was so just, I couldn't hide it. Like, I was heartbroken. Like, literally my life's work. Granted, it wasn't all of my life's work. Thank God. Thank fucking God. It was not all of my life's work, but it was my life's work. And I was just so torn up about it. Like, I really do not know how to explain it other than the fact that it really just had me in tears to even think about. Like, the first, so when it happened, I was in such shock that I could not believe it. I'm up all night still trying to figure it out, right? So then boom, next day, because this was at night. So next morning, it really hits me like all my files are really gone. Like, I'm not getting those files back. Baby, I must have bawled. Like, eyes swollen, eyes red. You could just tell something is going on with this girl because her spirit just looks broken. And it was like, if That's probably the best way to explain it. My spirit was just broken. Like no other way to describe that. My spirit was broken. I was like, I personally have never worked on anything or probably done anything in my life that if this would have happened to me before, I would have bawled about. So that's how I knew like this that I mean, I've always known, but that was more confirmation that this is important to me. This is something I take seriously. Um this is something I don't play with. I Yeah, this is something I take serious than most things I do in life. And it was just a sense of almost like being robbed of what I worked hard for. But after them 48 hours, I had to stop myself. Okay. Not because I was over it, because Lord knows I was not. But because I couldn't afford to stay in that place. Like I said after that unexpected break I took last year that I would not do that again. And Lord knows when this happened, maybe I was willing to be like, "Oh, well, here goes another unexpected break." Here goes another unexpected break. And I can't have that mindset. Like, this is important to me. Yes, something happened. Yes, it was fucked up. If I'm being honest. Yes, it was damn near traumatic. Yes, it was everything along those lines, but baby, this what you want. You gonna have fuck up some days. You gonna have days that don't go your way. This is a day that did not go your way. We're gonna have to figure it out and put our big girl panties on and keep it pushing. Right? Because I was talking to my man, was to my man about it because he had wanted to come over. I think like the day after it happened. He just wanted to come chill. And normally I'd be all down for it. But again, I was just in this very just like heartbroken state and I did not want to perform for anybody. I didn't want to pretend to be happy. I didn't want to put on a put a smile on my face knowing that deep down I'm just heartbroken. And I didn't want to put anybody else through that. Like I didn't want their energy to be affected by my energy because my energy was all the way off. And I knew that and I understood that. Um, so I had told him like, nah, not today. Um, I'm really heartbroken. I cannot do it today. Um, thankfully he understood, but um it took me about 48 hours and then I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, like, cause he checked that man checked on me. My man was like my man. Checked in on me basically every day and was like, "You good? Like, you want to come out? Like, you want to ride with me somewhere just to take your mind off things?" And it was just like, I'm heartbroken. Don't get me wrong. I'm doing my best. I'm trying to, recover because I cannot sit and cry over spilled milk. I cannot sit and cry over spilled milk, but I can cry over a portion of my catalog being deleted. That was just so heartbreaking to me. Like, I can't even explain it. So once I let myself cry it out, I got back up. I tried to recover the files. again after another 48 hours, I said, you know what? It just does not appear to be coming back. Jesse did agree to re-record the episode with me, but things happened and it didn't pan out properly. So we ended up not going that route. Maybe later. I'll do it later. I don't know. We'll see. But I got my ass back up. I sat in front of this mic. I turned the camera on and I said, "Oh no." Cuz if I let myself go 2 weeks, I might not come back for a while. And I can't. Like, consistency has helped me grow. I'm not where I want to be, obviously, as far as like growth wise goes, but consistency has helped me grow. We're getting views. Again, not where I want to be, but it's coming. Okay. The more I post, the more I'm being seen. So it's coming 100%, and it'll never come if I continue to quit every time something inconvenience happens. That's just the honest truth. It'll never come if every time I get an inconvenience in life, I stop what I feel like I'm destined to do. And my man was like, man, although he will be on the episode again, I'll see. He was like, what's crazy is watch, like, after, because I told him, he was like, now um, watch how much you grow after this. Like, watch how much your podcast like does better after this. Because that might have been the one fuck up you needed, and God was like, oh, she's still going. Like, she really serious about the vision I gave her. She's still going. All right, I'm about to flip the script on her and blow it up. And although that was not the motivating factor behind me getting back on the mic, it was just nice to hear. Like, it was just nice to hear somebody say, like, yeah, it's fucked up that you lost your files. Yes, I don't understand your pain. I can empathize with you. It's fucked up, but don't let it stop you. You are always one episode away from blowing up. Always one episode away from that being the one that went viral, that being the one that changed your life. You're always one fucking episode away. So, gotta keep going. And although this episode almost did not come out and almost did not come out on time, I have faith that it's gonna come out on time. And I'm gonna just keep it pushing from here. I'm gonna figure it out going forward. And I'm gonna keep it pushing from here. I like I said, I just can't let small inconveniences stop me. It wasn't small, but I can't let inconveniences stop me. If this is what I say I want to do, there's going to be inconveniences. There's going to be problems. There's going to be issues. I have to be willing to push through. My manager did tell me that it was okay to take my time and to, try and recover. And baby, I was going through it. That's to say the least. I was going through it. You want to know what I learned in this whole rebrand and what I've learned that people don't necessarily tell you about starting over? So let me be the one to tell you, okay? It's not exciting. It's not motivating. It's not just do it. It is extremely, extremely fucking humbling. It is literally doing what you already did again, but now with a little bit more fear. A little less energy. but hopefully a lot more clarity. Because I'll be honest, I'm not gonna say I didn't have the desire to record this episode. Um, I don't know. Like I've listened to podcasts and I've been an avid listener of certain ones, like Lip Service with Angela Yee, or that was the first one. But then I found like Black Black Girl Pod, I think it was called. Um with Scotty and I can't remember the rest of the girls' names. But I used to listen to them as well. And I know that not all podcasts, not all podcast hosts explain what happened when they miss a week or they miss weeks. It's just I wasn't here and now I'm back. And I want to be open and I want to be vulnerable and I'm asking you guys to let me know how your week's been. I think that's open. Cause you know, you don't have to. I appreciate when you do, but you don't have to. Um, it's essentially just letting me into your life. And if I'm asking you to be open, I'm asking you to be honest, I'm asking you to be vulnerable, I, as the host of the show, have to present that. I have to present that non judgmental, that welcomeness feeling. So, um, full disclosure, I sitting down and recording this episode is not high energy like I would normally be, or to me, it does not feel as high energy. It does not feel as exciting. It does not feel as I don't know if rewarding is is the word or promising is the word, but it does just feel a little more discouraging this time. Just because it's like, damn, I really lost all those fucking files. Like, poof, gone. Nowhere to be found. Can't recover them. Not recovering them the way I would have liked. You know. So it. I'm trying. And I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I contemplated whether I should re-record those episodes. Um, I didn't know what to say. But I wanted to be honest and I just wanted to let you guys know what happened. Like for the ones who follow me on Instagram and you saw the post of me damn near in tears, announcing that there would not be an episode last week. That was genuine. I do not put on for the camera. I do not know how to fake cry. That's not a skill I learned. I wish I did. Cause the way I be tearing these men's asses up if I knew how to fake cry. But I don't. I wish I did though. Um, but it's like you can't recreate a moment that already happened. You just gotta make a new one. So this is me making a new one. This is me making a new one. It's not what I had planned. It's not what I expected it to be, obviously, because I had episodes. I was bringing y'all. Let me tell y'all, I was bringing y'all into my life. Okay, I was telling y'all about my dating experiences, and maybe that one I will re-record. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna bring my man who's on my man on, and we gonna see if I can. We gonna see. But yeah. So I was trying, bring y'all into my life, bring y'all into my dating experiences. Let y'all know how that's going, if that's going. And again, it's one of those episodes that I could re-record. The one with Jesse, I think, was going to be great. It was supposed to be my Father's Day episode. Because y'all know I said I'm trying to celebrate holidays more on the show. Although that's not something I really do in real life. I do, but I don't. I just feel like holidays is in the morning, and once the morning is over, it's done. Like Christmas is great. Christmas morning is it. After the morning over, is it really still Christmas? I mean, what y'all doing after the morning? Because after the presents is over, what else is left on Christmas? Thanksgiving is like a nighttime thing. It's for dinner. Because I don't know about y'all, but in the Black household, y'all don't even eat. Y'all don't even eat Thanksgiving. Y'all don't even eat on Thanksgiving till dinner time. Till it's time for dinner. So like, I'm not really big on holidays myself, but I'm trying to, I'm trying to live it up for the people. I'm trying to celebrate with y'all because y'all show up for me. So I'm trying to show up for y'all. Now, monetarily, I can't gift y'all. Okay? I can't gift y'all the way that y'all gift me in views and streams and just consistency. I love it. I can't gift y'all in that way, but if I could, I would. So my gift to you is showing up and celebrating these holidays with you in the best way I can. I do not have that this week. I could have still did a Father's Day episode because I did have an amazing father. I could have still did a Father's Day episode, but I was just discouraged. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I was very discouraged. It is discouraging to record a whole episode. It was like an hour and a half. Don't get me wrong. I still have clips for Instagram that I'll probably use. I told him I might, lost files. Maybe even make it shorts for Instagram. Maybe even make it shorts for YouTube. But yeah, so that it was just discouraging. I wanted for the Father's Day episode, I wanted a father on. I just felt like y'all talk about how we don't celebrate fathers. Y'all talk about how Father's Day ain't that important to people, and you're right. You're right for the most part. People do not care about Father's Day the same way they care about Mother's Day, and that's okay. Because if I become a parent, I'm going to be the mother. I'm going to be the mother, and y'all know the mama side of the family is always lit. So that's all I'm saying. If I was, I wanted to celebrate and, to shine light on amazing fathers from my own to Jesse. He was highlighting him. He was highlighting his dad. And then, you guys could drop in the comments anything about your fathers, but we'll figure it out, I'm not gonna say it's a lost episode. It is a lost episode, but I'm not saying we couldn't redo it in general or something else. But just discouraged. But I had to remind myself, even in my discouragement, that even though I may have lost the files, I did not lose the experience. And baby, insert a praise break right here, okay? Because that alone should be considered biblical. Even though I lost the files, I did not lose the experience. That is a praise break. I did not lose the voice. I didn't lose the audience. Okay? Because y'all gonna show up and show out, I hope, every week. I did not lose the audience. And most importantly, I didn't lose me. And honestly, that's the part that I am bringing to this rebuild. Although it's not really a rebuild, it's a rebuild because I had to mentally rebuild myself. I had to mentally rebuild myself after that. That was a major loss. But that's the thing that no scammers, okay? Because that was a fucking scam ass hard drive. No scammers, no lost files, no corrupted drives, no accidental click can erase. And honestly, maybe that's the message in all of this. That sometimes God, forces a reset just to see if you got it in you to rebuild. Insert a fucking praise break. Insert a fucking praise break because, baby, you do. You got it in you to rebuild. Just like I had it in me to rebuild and sit down on this mic and and record again. Cause baby, I cannot afford another break. I cannot afford that break was damn near 7 months. February. That last break was damn near 7 months. I cannot afford another break. And baby, you have it in you. Okay. Even if you don't want to. Even if you're tired. Even if it is unfair. Because them three things was me. Okay. I didn't want to. I was tired. I said, oh baby, what? I lost my files. Okay. And that's the thing. Like I tell y'all all the time, I do not have a big I don't want to say big faith or big presence. My faith is literally the size of a mustard seed. But that's the thing. Like I believe in God enough to be like, okay, I fucked up. I erased this hard drive, but it's not the end. We're gonna keep going. This was just can you handle the rain? Why would I give you more if you can't even handle this? If this took you out, obviously you're not ready for what I have in store for you. Because I just tested you to see, is you gonna bounce back? And you threw in the towel. So I don't know who else is this for. But if you are in your bounce back season, like I am currently now in my bounce back season, don't you throw in the fucking towel. This is just a test. If you can't bounce back from this, you're not gonna bounce back when it get harder. You're not gonna bounce back when there's more on the line. There's something on, I don't want to say there's nothing on the line right now, but there's less on the line now than what could be in the future. And you can't handle the less. So why would I give you the more? Whew. Baby, that's a word right there. That is a word. Insert the praise break. Insert the praise break because that was a word in itself. So I don't even know. I know I missed 1 week and I just don't know anymore. I don't know if I did a Reddit the previous episode, but this one we don't have no Reddit for. I'm just gonna be honest with you. We don't. I just wanted to come on and let you guys know what happened. Let you know why there was no episode last week. But I will continue again to do my best and make sure that we are out every Wednesday as promised. We have had technical difficulties before. We've had more technical difficulties lately than we did when we first started. We've had more technical difficulties now than when we first started. And I just feel like that's God's way of saying, if you can't handle the little, why would I give you the more? And I'm just saying, if I knew how to if I knew how to catch the Holy Ghost, if I was one of those people who could speak in tongue and one of those people who could do the dance, if I could do that, baby, I'd be doing it right now for you because that's just what it needs right now. So again, if you've ever had to start over, tech-wise, life-wise, energy-wise, know this. You are not alone. You are not behind. You are not erased. You just had a Control Alt Delete moment. And as annoying as it is, it means you're still in the game. Still showing up. Still pressing record. Even when it hurts. 'Cause I'm still heartbroken. I am. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to get over it. But honestly, I am still heartbroken about that. Like, laugh to keep from crying. Laugh to keep from crying. Because me, I'm going to rebuild brick by brick, episode by episode. And I'm bringing y'all with me. You can go ahead and insert that, Franklin. I built this shit. Me. So if this episode hits for you, then send it to somebody who is also trying to get back up after a hard reset. You can comment, you can share, or you could just nod your head in silence with your hoodie on, grieving your own version of Lost Files. Either way, I see you. And before I let you go and see you next week, I want to tell you, don't forget to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to pull up. Because normally they would love it here. They're going to love it here, just like you do. That's why you pull up every week. You know, sharing is caring. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you guys in next week's episode with a better energy, with better energy, with a better attitude, with better lighting in the right studio. And I'll see you guys in next week's episode. Bye.
You're still here? You know the show's over, right? Don't cry. We'll be back next week. I gotta go be a hoochie. In the meantime, catch up on the older episodes.